Yeah, Swirladoon showing. Somebody needs to put a shilling in the meter list. Good evening to you all. A very warm welcome to I'm only playing about. Sorry. Where was I? Yeah, a jolly good evening to Thursday Night Live. It's Mad Thursday, and that means that you can take this symposium of silliness anywhere that you care to. And I will just, well, follow me. I'll be right behind you, basically. So, good evening to Steve Cole. Good evening, Roger Boaty. Evening, Barry. Hiya, Matt. Hello, Jaden. Good evening to Liz, of course, the lovely Liz. And Cheeseburger. Good evening to Cheeseburger. And a jolly good evening to anybody else who is watching but hasn't yet commented. So I don't know that you're there, except that I know that how many people have commented, and and I can see how many people are actually watching. So I know that are more watching than have commented, and that's absolutely fine. You know, I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with lurkers. If you enjoy lurking, lurk away, my lovelies. Oh, phew, thought it was a members only live stream for a minute. No, they're Saturday and Sunday. So no, this one is open to all comers. As are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. Steve Dull has let us know that he's here. He's commented with the word comment. Jolly good. Now, what sort of a day have you had, my lovelies? I have had a particularly, really quite splendid day today. I've done some things that have, God, we'll get onto those in a minute. I have done some jobs that have pleased me really immensely. I can't tell you how much they've pleased me. And literally a few minutes before starting this, whatever it is, I filmed a little bit more of the results of one of the jobs, and I couldn't be more delighted. And I've done even better than I thought I could. and I've done stuff properly, and it's all really, really brilliant. And I won't spoil it for you because it's all in the daily diary. But I'm very, very pleased with that, and other good things have been happening too. There's stuff to look forward to. I'm having an adventure with Mustard on Saturday, specifically an acquisition adventure. We're off to buy a car. So that'll be fun, although it's going to be, Saturday's going to be a bloody long day for me. Oh, what? I should rub it up. Cheeseburger's banging on about the rusty trombone. Winslow Burdett says, "Hi Boaty." Hi Winslow. "I think I hate Hubnut. Is this a medical condition?" Well, no, it's not a medical condition, but it's potentially a bit unfair. Now, it depends what you mean by Hubnut, doesn't it? Now, if you don't like the channel, full stop, or if you've stopped liking the channel that you previously used to like, and if that not liking is so great that it's almost a hatred, then that's absolutely fine. But I'm sure that you don't hate Mr. Seabrook, the man himself. I guess we have to remember that channels and the people behind the channels are two different things. And you might not like somebody's output. God knows, nobody enjoys what I do. But that doesn't mean that you hate the person. I mean, how could you hate me? I'm lovely, look. And I'm really old and harmless, and I'm kind. I will give you Momo and stuff like that. So you can't hate me, but you could absolutely hate my videos. God almighty, I hate most of them myself. They're absolutely dreadful. And quite frankly, I should be bloody well ashamed of myself. But hey ho, what can you do? What can you do? You know, we live in a world now where it has to be okay to be crap. And nobody's allowed to say, hey, you're crap. Nobody's allowed to come last in the sack race and school sports day. You know, you finish last in the sack race, and instead of getting the shit kicked out of you behind the bike sheds now, you get a trophy for trying your best. And the same is true on YouTube. There are many, many talented people who put stuff on YouTube that is genuinely of an interesting quality over and above a lot of what you see broadcast on professional media such as the televisual. But there are also a lot of other people like me who put out the most appalling rubbish. But we live in a society where you can't say, mate, really, don't be putting this shit out there. You know, it's not good for you and it's not good for us. No, you can't say that. You have to say, well done, you're trying, you're doing your best, and we will support you. When really, I know that you'd much rather be down the pub or in bed making love to an inflatable Kate Bush or an inflatable Lionel Blair, if you're of a more female persuasion. Oh, Kate Bush. I can't quite get Kate Bush out of my mind at the moment, probably because I keep looking at videos. She was a hell of a woman, wasn't she? I mean, I'm sure that she still is, and I'm not central. I'm not where I like to be on that little screen, but I'm going to be in a moment when I've just horizontally wonked you. Consider yourself wonked. Yeah, what an absolutely fabulous... Oh, what? Oh, dear me. Now, if I was a woman, she could turn me. Actually, why would I have to be a woman? I could be a gay man and she could turn me. And that would be a lot more likely because however unlikely the idea of me being gay might be, and Mustard is convinced I'm at least 65% gay. You know, fortunately, it appears to be the 65% that doesn't involve my bottom, so that's a relief. But realistically, there would be much more chance of me being gay than me being woman, straight, although of course in this day and age you can't say that either, can you? Because of course I could become a woman if I chose to. Now, would that advantage me in any way? Feature number 7, should I think about becoming a woman? What would be the pros and cons of me deciding to become a woman? Cheers, darling, to your very good health. Now, where did I get to? I like lurking on Pornhub, says Barry, and other pornographic websites are presumably available. Don't look at it myself much. No, I don't. I don't. Good afternoon, everyone, says Trisha, and how lovely to have you with us, Trisha. Welcome. Winslow, your medication is here, says Cheeseburger. Hubby and Lucy are in our sights. Who's Lucy? I want to know who Lucy is. You probably told me before, but I've forgotten. I'm so sorry. Lucy Elastic? Lucy, I can't think who Lucy is. It's not me, is it? No, it can't be me. Shouldn't just one of you get going on the acquisition adventure, seeing as Mustard needs to get selling the cars to clear the yard? Seems counterproductive to increase the stock in such dire times. It's amazing how everybody's got well, not everybody, but many people seem to have an opinion on what we should be doing and know how to do what we do or don't do better than us. Right, the problem with one person going on an acquisition adventure is it is costly and time consuming because it involves public transport. Whereas if 2 of you do it, it can be done a lot more cheaply, thereby increasing your future profit margin. In terms of actually selling the cars and clearing stock, well, cars have been selling left, right and centre. I'm not going to spoil any of Mustard's videos tonight or tomorrow or whenever, but numerous have been sold or are in the process of being sold and or have been sold and are just awaiting collection, or are in the process of being sold. So yeah, we absolutely do need to increase our stock, and we just need to basically we shouldn't have a problem with room, even with the landlord taking some space back. We just need to have Mustard's personal cars, and Mustard and Boaty do cars, and we just need to have them. We just don't need all of the others lying about that are earning no money, not earning their keep, and are just taking up space. But that's all being dealt with, and over the next few days you're going to see a lot of departures from the Yard of Dreams, I think, and the acquisition adventure on Saturday, that's not going to the yard anyway, it's coming here. Yes, it's silver. Yes, it's got leather. Yes, it's got 16-inch hairpin alloy wheels. Oh yes. And anyway, quite apart from all of that, Mustard and I enjoy spending time together, and it creates content for videos if we video it. But most of all, we just like spending time together. So we're going to do it anyway, and if any of you think we shouldn't be doing it, well, we don't care. We're just going to go ahead and big fat do it anyway. Ever since we've met, we haven't done any of the things that we're supposed to do. We haven't done anything sensibly or professionally. Why not? Why on earth would we start now? Dear. Hubnut needs to do a fart song dance on his channel. How can we make it happen? Well, that's that's feature number 4. How can we get Hubnut to do a fart song and dance on his channel? Well, I think the answer to that is we can't. But I challenge you, if any of you can get Mr. Ian Seabrook of Hubnut fame to do a fart song dance on his channel, then I will take my hat off to you. The only way I can think about it kind of happening would be to go to a car show that he was attending, kind of kidnap him like I did with poor Matt and poor Joseph at the Furious Driving Do, and just shove him in the middle of 2 other people, get the fart music playing and say, Ian, do what we do. And just see if he went along with it, or if he kicked you in the balls. So, good luck with that, is all I can say. I'd love to see it, though. I would love to see it. I'd like to see Carly do it as well. That would actually be fun. Yeah, I'd like to see Hubnut do something silly. Maybe I'll suggest it now that I am one of his channel members. I don't know why I'm a channel member. Somebody must have gifted some channel memberships on his recent live stream, and I got one of them. I wasn't on the live stream. I haven't watched any of his videos for more than a month. So quite why I got one, I don't know, but there you go. I've got one for another month. I think it's my 3rd month of Hubnut channel membership. So, aren't I lucky? I wish we had. Do you remember when Psychonaut 7, bless him, stroke her? I assume it's to him. I don't know why I assume it's to him. When he gifted all of those channel memberships and some of them weren't claimed, just disappeared. I'd love to have those now. I'd love to gift out some channel memberships. I can't do it. Annoyingly, I can't. I can't gift any particular person a channel membership. I can't make somebody a channel member. I wish I could. All I could do would be to give them the money to then pay to become a channel member themselves, which is a shame, really. Anyway, diddly do. Oh God, that's a bit wordy. Right. Well, I mean, mustard and his yard is kind of his business, isn't it? I don't think there's any. I don't think there's any immediate risk of him losing the whole lot, but I could be wrong. But yeah, it's certainly been cut back on a bit, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. If it forces Mustard to streamline the operation, as it were. I mean, it's got too many lost causes and lost hopes there, and it's been too easy to take advantage of. And people have taken advantage of him, myself included, I hasten to add. So if he has more limited space, then that will stop that happening to a certain extent. And with fewer things going on there, he'll have less to concentrate on, and he might become more productive and more profitable as a result and have a lot less grief. You know, oh, excuse me. How much wasted time has there been with spending hours and hours towing cars here, there and everywhere because they won't run, or starting cars because their batteries are flat and whatnot? Wouldn't it be so much easier if every car in the yard was a runner? Oh, hello. Was a runner, was ready for sale, offered for sale, blah, blah, blah. Life would be a lot simpler, I think. It might have been different in the very early days where he was very seriously buying cars, breaking them within 48 hours, selling the parts and then just sending the rest off for scrap. But now he's doing videos and stuff, isn't he? So he's not into the hands-on stuff as much as he was. Oh, hello. Hang on a minute. I'm not reading that out. That's I mean, it's funny, but I'm not reading that out. I'll get into trouble. You could have cycled for Great Britain as a woman, says Cheeseburger. You might have won something. Well, look, right. Just to put on the record, I wasn't unsuccessful. I did win things as a man. But yeah, I mean, if I'd have been a woman, obviously I would have won a lot more. You know, it's kind of ironic given that one of my senior contemporaries at the time has indeed gone on to become a woman, but only did so after finishing her racing career. Didn't transition until afterwards. So, yeah, I guess I would. God, can you imagine? Oh, can you imagine? Unless I was racing against Bella Burton, of course, who wasn't actually a woman. She was a robot, superhuman. Even when I started racing as a kid, and she was in her, she'd have been in her 40s then, she was still kicking arse left, right and centre. And not just female arse, male arse as well. Funnily enough, and I know you don't like me talking about cycling, but I don't care, it's Thursday night, anything goes. One of the leading women racers in the UK rode for the same team as me, and we used to train together. So, yeah, in a way, I have kind of competed against and with, because we rode some mixed two-ups, male and female two-ups. You would have been the worst woman ever, says Barry. I can't argue with that. You'd look like the ladies off Little Britain. Yeah, I totally would. Hope not doing a fart dance, asked Cheeseburger. The Rover's roll and we round him up, put him in a field and... Oh dear. Just a question, says Matt. Not saying I know how to do whatever it is you're doing, just learning and trying to understand your methods. Well, don't learn from us because we're doing everything wrong. And don't try and understand our methods because we don't have any. And if we do, we don't understand what they are. We're just having a bit of fun. And, you know, driving cars that we like and stuff. And that's it, really. And making some videos. And accidentally making a little bit of profit along the way here and there. They are starting to shift now. It was always going to happen. And yeah, I'm excited about Saturday. You know, an acquisition adventure is one thing in a business sense, but what you can't argue with is it's a chance for me and Mustard to hang out together, go on a road trip, which is always fun, and have lunch. How can you argue with that? But yeah, definitely don't try and learn from us, and definitely don't try and understand our methods. You know, I wish I did. Who's Lucy? If hubby was to fart, it would go over Lucy's head. Who's Lucy? Do you mean, right, if you mean Carly, and that's a comment about her height, let's leave that out, please. You know, no need for that. No need for that. That membership thing on Hubnut's channel is pure random. It happens generally with his live stream. What car is going on the acquisition adventure? Asks Matt. Must be time Stigbürt got a good run out. Well, Stigbürt can't have a good run out. He doesn't have an MOT at the moment. The car going on the acquisition adventure will be Derek, actually, because it's deja vu all over again. Tomorrow night is going to be my last night with Derek. So on Saturday morning, I will be going to the yard. Oh, has somebody done a nice thing? I've got a green thing. Oh, somebody's gifted a membership. Oh, this is exciting. This is exciting, my lovelies. Make sure you click on the green thing at the top of the doings and then click below it where it says allow gifts, so that you're in with a chance of getting this very kindly gifted membership. And it's from Ben. Ben, thank you. So yeah, go on, let's see who gets this. Make sure you've clicked on the allow gift thing. Oh, this is exciting. Somebody's going to be in luck. Who will it be? Well, it can't be me. And I don't think it can be Hugnut. So make sure, click the green thing at the top of the chat, and that should bring up a little box below it which says allow gifts, and make sure you've got that clicked. And we'll see who gets that. Yeah, so I'll be going up to the yard in Derek. I'll be picking up Mustard. We will be going down to the Black Country. We will be picking up a car, and then we'll be swapping. I will be coming back here in new car, and Derek will be going back to the yard because there is somebody who has expressed a sincere interest in owning Derek. And I've expressed a sincere interest in not owning him. So, yeah. So that's what's happening on Saturday. So Derek will be the weapon of choice, and I'll be coming back in the car which is as yet unnamed, but which I'm quite excited about. And this one doesn't have to be kept a massive secret, but I will keep some of it secret. I can tell you it's silver. I can tell you it's an MG. I can tell you it's got a spoiler. I can tell you it's got hairpin alloys, and I can tell you it's got a full leather interior. So there you go. There's loads of information about the new car. And of course, it will be for sale. I might Arthur it for a while. I might daily it for a while until Brian is sorted. But the car will be immediately for sale. Everything is for sale now. Did Mustard's tow truck sell yet? That's not for me to say. That's for Mustard to say and put in a video. I do know, obviously, but I don't think it's my place to say. I think should be left to Mustard to put in a video. Mustard's yard does look like Oil Drum Lane, which, if memory serves, was home of Steptoe and Son. And to be honest with you, what was I going to say then? I've completely forgot. Oh yeah, on the video that Mustard did when he talked about this, I thought he got a lot of tough love in the comments, but I agreed with them all. I think the yard does look like a shithole. I wouldn't be surprised if people had been, you know, sniping at the landlord and whatnot. And yeah, I agreed with what a lot of people said, and I've been saying for ages and ages and ages that he should just get rid, clear the decks, you know, develop a bit of a hide so that he's less worried about upsetting people. Because, you know, if somebody leaves a car on your property for 10 months and just blatantly refuses to communicate with you, what do you owe that person? Sod all. Absolutely nothing. I think you need to talk. But anyway, I agree that the yard was looking a bit of a mess, and anyway, there we are. What's happening is happening. We'll see. Seems a lot of hubnut envy to me. Yeah, I agree. If you cycled as a woman, asked Cheeseburger, how would you hide your meat and veg in the lycra? Well, that would be very, very easy, Cheeseburger. I assume that you've never been a competitive cyclist. If you race, I can't speak for other sports, and I can't speak for other men, but I can certainly tell you about me. If you're racing and you're putting sufficient amount of effort in that you're going into oxygen debt, then all of the oxygenated blood is directed to the areas of the body that are crying out for it. So, you know, heart, lungs, legs, lower back. Now, I can tell you for a fact that, and given that cycling shorts or bib shorts have got a padded chamois leather area in the crotch, which hides a bit anyway, but when you're in extremis, when your effort is in extremis, your little chap and your wedding vegetables, they disappear. They just disappear. Because there's no blood to service them, and they just go like that. So wouldn't be an issue. Seriously, they just. If you just toodling along, then that's different. But when you're in maximum effort and and there's lactic acid flying out everywhere, and you're in oxygen debt, then believe me, your body sort of thinks, well, whatever it is he's doing, his legs need the oxygenated blood more than his knackers do. So divert, lads. Never mind the meat and veg. Get yourself down to the legs. That's where it's all happening. So there would be no worries about hiding it. I think throughout my whole racing career, every time the road went uphill, technically I became a woman. Oh dear. Ben says, I was on the Hubby the Infidel live stream attempting to infiltrate, but I also got a free membership. However, I did advertise the change of ownership of Sir Dicky Dum Dum several times. Oh, did you? Oh, fair play, thank you. Have you seen hubby with a spanner, says Cheeseburger? You would have, oh my God. Oh, and Ian actually read out loud now on the, and Ian actually read out loud now on the Mr. Boaty channel. Oh, did he? Oh, that's very kind of him. That's very kind of him. I did wonder if there would be any interest in Mr. Lloyd's vehicle coming into my sphere of ownership. It is quite a well-known car. Oh, and then Ben says, channel membership anyone, and gifts out the membership. Has anybody got it yet? Let me know if you got it. Oh, and if you look at the thing in the comments, there's another allowed gifts under. Oh, right, it's gone. Chaz Brown has got it. Oh, well, that didn't last long, did it? Well done. Oh, thank you very much, Ben. That's really kind of you. And congratulations to Chaz Brown, and also commiserations, because you will now be inundated on a daily basis with my daily diary videos, which go out daily to channel members. Yeah, cool talk, proper black country. Can I not, Cheeseburger? No, I probably can't. Oh, Simon's here. Hello. What? Oh, yeah, I agree, Cheeseburger. Leave a car, charge, demurrage or dispose. Get it documented, business is business. I completely agree with you, and I advised him to do exactly that. I said, even if it's only a verbal thing, make it clear that, yes, you can leave the vehicle here, but after such and such a time, then it no longer is free storage and you will be incurring charges, and I reserve the right to dispose of the car to defray my accrued costs once said accrued costs effectively outvalue the perceived value of the car. He's just too nice a man, that's his problem. He's too nice a man, and it's a shame that he does get taken advantage of a bit. I fell asleep before the stream even started, said Simon. Why not? Save time. Many have fallen asleep during. I slipped off to cycling. Thank you, Cheeseburger. I nodded off, says Matt, but not for long, feeling the effects of all that DIY I did on the car yesterday. Oh, good lad, have you been getting your hands dirty? Good evening, Mr. Boaty, says Alan Jones, and a jolly good evening to you. Oh, yeah, that's right, Hope. I keep forgetting that Matt's card is called Hope. Oxygen distribution when racing, says Cheeseburger, sounds similar to when you are drunk. Quite possibly. I bought a car from a YouTube channel once, says Simon. Did me no favours at all. You need to do a chemical test. Oh, no. No, I don't. I really don't. And I've caught up with the comments. So, what should we talk about now, darlings? There's 20 minutes left. This is your time. It's Thursday night. It's mad live stream night. You can go mad. You can talk about anything that you like. And please do so. Otherwise, I might end up telling you what I did today that I was so excited about. Oh, I've done a good job. I'm going to show you something. No, not that. Da, da, da. Oh, spilling. Oh, spilling. Oh, still spilling. There you go. That is one of the wonderful things that I've done today. Shitting out, I'm spilling it everywhere. Ah! Oh my God. Oh, food news. None of you told me your food news, but I'll tell you mine. I had a pie for lunch and I'm having curry for supper. And lunch was most excellent, and I don't doubt that supper will be too. And that's a 2 without a W, if you don't mind my saying so. And on that subject, if you don't mind me saying so, which is Steve Bunce's catchphrase, who's this guy that Fury's fighting? I've never heard of him. Retro Wap, says Cheeseburger. Toast, says Simon. How many times has it been cooked? Now, interesting question. Toast. My answer to that would be 0. 0. My answer would be that the dough has been cooked once to make the bread, and the bread has been cooked once to make the toast, and the toast hasn't been cooked at all. The toast is a result of the dough being made into bread and then the bread being cooked into toast. So 0 would be my answer, but do add your own. Boaty has deposited his rusty nuts. Good names for bands. I saw Dumpy's rusty nuts. They're not nuts. They are not nuts. They are knobs. Wayne County and the electric chairs. Jesus Christ, you watch some interesting things. Simon, I saw your post. 10,000 views in 28 days. That's quite impressive, young sir. And your comment on it was, I think I understood it. It was one of those modern youth spellings of a well-known phrase, but 10k views in 28 days. Good going. Very good going indeed. I'll show you something else actually. I'm so trying not to talk about this because I don't want to spoil the daily diary vid, but look at that. And that's not the end of it. There's another one. Look at all of that. That's what I've been reading today. It's like doing another degree trying to figure this one out. In other news, the V5 arrived for Sir Richard Morris today. So that's good. And Simon, this goes out to you. I thought long and hard about the filing situation for Sir Richard Morris. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, hang on, we got Fury news. Right, the unpronounceable name is the former UFC heavyweight champion. UFC? Help me out, somebody. Is that rugby? Never boxed professionally, but if he lands on Fury, then Fury's in the shit. Well, those two things put together kind of don't make sense. So he's not a boxer. Right, okay. Is somebody done, who's done that? Oh, it's Mike. Mike is in and he's bunged me a super chat. Thank you, Mike. What a splendid chap you really are, and I'm very, very grateful. Right, okay. UFC, is that one of those weird fighty things where you're allowed to kick and bite and scratch and gouge each other's eyes out and that sort of thing. If it is, then it's Tyson's dad who should be having a go at that. My God, he would have been bloody unbeatable in that. He used to do it when he wasn't allowed to. Imagine what he'd be like when he was allowed to actually gouge people's eyes out. He actually did that. He gouged out somebody's eye in a fight. That's what he went to prison for. Bloody hell, you wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of him, would you? But, all right, okay. Well, thank you for that, Matt. So it's just going to be a silly exhibition type thing then, obviously, if he's not actually a boxer. I mean, I don't think Fury's going to be in the shit whoever manages to land one on him. I mean, if he can survive however many fights it was, there was a trilogy, wasn't it, with Wilder, and take Wilder's best shot and get up and kick his ass. I doubt any, non-boxer is going to give him any grief. It's a bit of a nonsense, really, isn't it? I am looking forward to the Usyk and Dubois fight. I'm looking forward to that very much. I love watching Usyk fight. I really love watching Usyk fight. What I mean, going back to the pugilistic arts, then what a master of it. It's always a joy to watch Usyk. And if it ever happens, and I'm kind of doubting that it will, I'm looking forward to AJ fighting Dillian White. And my money will be very firmly on Dillian White, to be honest with you. Mike Tyson is apparently training Ngannou. I saw that. Yeah, I saw that today. Yeah, I saw that Tyson was going to... 10k views, say Simon. It's all about the shorts. I hate them little portrait fudgers. Right, yeah, because, shorts can only be uploaded in portrait view, which is okay if you record them in portrait, but if you try and transpose them from landscape, it becomes a bit tricky. But 10k views is 10k views, mate. Well done on hitting it. I did a few shorts. My, 28 days? What's my 28 days at the moment? Views. 28 days. 33.3 on 28-day views. So that's quite good for me. And again, same reason. That's down to shorts. That's a good 8,000 more than I'm normally sitting on. So shorts, they're kind of pants, and at the same time they're kind of useful. I guess it depends on what they are. For a long time I didn't do shorts, and then I started doing them again now, and they bring in a few pennies, but if you do the right shorts, then they can be really good for your subscribers and good for your other videos. Another bit of advice to other YouTube channels, not that I'm in any position to give any, but look at shorts, but take a good long look at which of your videos you've got to be displayed at the top to people who are not subscribed to your channel, because that video will be the first video that anybody coming to your channel as a result of a short or anything else will look at. And not only will that video get many views, but that video will be the deciding factor as to whether somebody decides to subscribe to you or not. So make sure that, basically, for those who don't have channels or who don't know, when you go into the settings of your YouTube Studio app, you can lay out your home page. So you decide which video is seen initially by non-subscribers. You have a different video that's seen initially for those who are subscribed to your channel. And then you decide what you show on your home page, the order it gets shown in, and do spend time looking at that very carefully. Because that video for non-subscribers, you want it to be your best video, or the one that's most likely to persuade people to subscribe to you. And if you think that shorts are kind of maybe not how you would want people to judge your channel, maybe not what you would want people to judge your channel on. If you feel like that, and I do, hide your shorts. Don't have them on the homepage. You won't see my shorts anywhere on my channel unless you specifically click on shorts, or you see them from a notification or in the shorts feed. But you won't see them anywhere on my homepage. A lot of channels have their shorts showing quite prominently on the homepage, and I think that's a massive mistake, because most shorts are not great, really, and I don't think that it does any channel a favour to have them showing prominently or even at all. As I say, I make sure mine are well hidden. That way you get the views, you get a bit of income, but when it comes to people looking at your shop window, if you like, the shop window that you create for your channel, then they're only seeing the best bits, the bits that you want them to see. And that wouldn't include shorts in my book. But of course, each to their own. Boom. Boaty's book, says Cheeseburger, are in many languages as depicted by the tabs on the page. Most of it's in Korean. Well, no, it's not, Cheeseburger. Most of it is in German, because it's a German manufacturer. Mixed martial arts promotion, UFC, Ultimate Fighting Championship. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, he's a fighter, not a boxer. Okay, right. I mean, you know, as I say, I presume it's just going to be an exhibition, and Fury's not going to make him look too silly. It doesn't officially count as a boxing match anyway, so it is by definition purely an exhibition. It's not going to count in any of the stats. It's not going to count on BoxRec. It's not going to count with any of the World Championship bodies or anything like that. I mean, it's a shame that Fury's doing that rather than taking a proper fight, really. I think Fury needs to be a bit careful. On the one hand, thinking about legacy, then he's going to end his career as not a unified world champion, but a world champion who has at different times held all of the belts. And he's going to end his career almost certainly undefeated. So that's good for the legacy. But there's going to be a lot of questions asked as to fights that he has ducked for whatever reason. And I'm talking about AJ, and I'm talking about, I'm obviously talking about, what's his name? Usyk is the main one. And it will always be remembered that Fury refused the chance to become a unified world heavyweight champion. And that's really going to count against him, as is ducking AJ, which would be the biggest all British heavyweight boxing championship of all time. Certainly since Lewis versus Bruno, I would have thought. And that's a shame, because you can understand why a fighter would duck another fighter under some circumstances. Like Chris Eubank was always very, very open that he ducked Roy Jones Jr. Yeah. If he was forced to fight him, if he was a mandatory, then he would have gone through with it. But he always said that he would never have voluntarily fought him. And the reasons being twofold. One is that he would probably have lost. and two is that one or both of them would have ended up in hospital and possibly incurring permanent injuries. But Fury's not ducking for those reasons. Fury's got no reason to duck anybody on the heavyweight scene because there's nobody who's going to beat him. So why duck? Why not go for all of the jelly babies? And I think that's going to hurt him in legacy terms. And I don't think it's good for the fans. I actually think that Fury has done more harm than good to heavyweight boxing, which is kind of a harsh thing to say, but I genuinely think that he has. Maybe not meaning to, but hey ho. Oh, and Mike has now been a member for 3 months and has renewed. Thank you, Mike. Sir Richard Morris needs a special folder. Not every day you get to harness a V6's history. Yeah, I was going to tell you about that, wasn't I? I must have got waylaid and talked about something else. Yeah, I've been looking into the folder situation, and I have got one standout folder in my collection. Now, as many of you have most unkindly pointed out, a lot of them are faux leather, and they're quite cheap, 10, 15 quid. I've got one nice one that I've had for a long time, and it's a genuine Filofax, I can't remember the model name, but it's a real leather Filofax A4 folder. I paid about 160 quid for it back in the day, and that is now Stigbürt's folder. And I went on eBay to see how much they were going for second hand, because I thought Sir Richard Morris deserved at least the same as that, and I found an identical one second hand. I am lead bidder on it at the moment with a bid of £15 and 15p, and it finishes tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, I agree with you, it should be first class for Sir Richard. Dick-a-dum-dum. Monkey Mouse Cat, says Mike, and same to you, matey. Having met Fury, says Cheeseburger, I would only fight him with an AK-47. Oh, you've met him? I never have. Now, my mate has. You'll know him. We chat in the Facebook group. The chap whose son is a racing driver, and he deals in exotic, and the lovely Martin, bless him, who I have met. But Martin has met Fury, and Martin owns his car. Martin bought a Mini of Tyson Fury, his own personal car. That 6'9" behemoth of a guy owned an Austin Mini, or it could be a Rover Mini, actually. I'm not sure. And Martin bought it off him, still owns it. And he's got all the photos of Tyson driving the car. And now Martin, my mate, who, as I say, I have met in real life. Now, I'm tall, I'm 6'5". Martin is a short ass, he's only about 6'3", but he's about that wide. He works out a lot, and he's a very impressive looking unit of a man. And he said that when he met Fury, he said that he felt diminutive in comparison. And I've got another mate who bumped into Tyson in a supermarket of all places, and had a chat and a photo and thing, and said the same thing, that whatever you think looking at him on the telly, when you meet him in real life, the man is just a giant in every sense. So yeah, I can quite understand that, Cheeseburger. A few last paydays for Fury. Well, yeah, but why not go for the unified? Why not do that for your legacy? If he says it is all about legacy, why not do that? He didn't survive with Wilder, says Matt. He was down for at least 15 seconds. not so much, really. AJ is another one on the gravy train. Yeah, but at least he's taken the fights. At least he has taken the fights. I don't blame them for taking the gravy train, but take the fights at the same time. You know, let's face it, AJ's had his arse handed to him. Now, AJ was always a hyped up boxer. He was hyped to beyond his natural capability. But at least he took the fights, and at least he took his punishment, and at least he found a way to win where he could. You know, he got his belts back off Reese Jr. By fighting a different fight, and he was helped by the fact that Andy Ruiz trained in his fridge. Stephen S. Paul is with us. Steve says, one of my shorts got 34k in a day. It was ridiculous. Bloody hell. Matt says, yeah, shorts are kind of pants. Thanks for the education. Subscribers asked Cheeseburger, have you passed mustard? Yeah, a while ago. About 3 or 4 weeks ago. Yeah. Hide your shorts. Yeah, I believe that. I remember when Boaty didn't do shorts. Good times. That video for non-subscribers should really be a channel trailer, like a mini advert for what the channel is about. That's a good point, Simon. And yeah, I totally agree. And I haven't absolutely done that, really. I haven't created a video to act as a trailer for the channel. But now that I've chosen the one that comes closest to doing that. But now that you mention it, you're absolutely right. That's exactly what it should be. And I should have done that. And everybody else should as well. Having said that, I usually sub on the strength of a content video, not homepage. Depends how you get there though, doesn't it? I mean, shorts are great at getting a lot of people to see you who wouldn't otherwise see you. Now, if that short sparks an interest in some of them, then they're going to click on your thing, which is going to bring up your homepage, and they're going to see that video. And I think that's the video that they're most likely to watch and make a decision on. And certainly, whichever video I put in that place gets about 10 times the views of any other video that's not in that place, which suggests that I'm kind of thinking along the right lines. I think AJ ducked Fury, says Cheeseburger. Yeah, I probably wouldn't disagree on that. I mean, it would make sense, wouldn't it? Because, I mean, Fury would just end his career. He'd make him look silly. And it'd hurt him, probably. So, yeah, I'll give you that. But I'm sure that Fury ducked Usyk. Oh, and now, apparently Fury's lying about his height. Apparently he's not 6'9". That Matt says he's clearly not 6'9". You can tell whenever he stood near anyone about 6'3". And Cheeseburger says, I've stood next to him, not 6'9", but more than 6'3", and he is a unit. Oh, did he, Cheeseburger? I didn't know this. Martin Brundle did a YouTube on buying the Mini with Fury. God, I didn't know that. I wonder if Martin knows that. I assume he must do, given that he now owns the car. And, right, that's us. We are done. Thank you, Mike, for renewing your membership. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you to Ben for gifting the membership, which went to Chaz Brown. Chaz Brown is once again a channel member. Thank you to you all for being here, not just tonight, but for the rest of the week. And that's it until Monday. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend and have lots of fun. I hope the weather's half decent. And on that note, I shall let all of you good people get to bed and head there myself very shortly after a spot of supper. Here we go, you know what's coming next. I'm no Kate Bush, am I? There we go, my lovelies. Have a fabulous, have a safe and peaceful night. Take great care of yourselves. Have the best weekend that you can. And remember that Simon has organised a meeting on Sunday. It is the first meeting of, I think it's his first meeting full stop. Certainly the first meet under his new brand. So they're meeting up at the Starbucks in Sheffield somewhere. Did I see it was somewhere near Atcliffe? And any of you people who enjoy using prostitutes will know that area very well. Lots of very dodgy massage parlours around there. And then they'll be driving in convoy up to the Motorist near Leeds, where no doubt a fun time will be had by all. And I was kind of planning to go myself, but now that I've got this thing on Saturday, absolutely no chance that I can. So, but all of you should have a fantastic time, those of you who do. I look forward to seeing the videos, and everybody just have a great weekend and take care of yourselves. Much love to you all. Bye bye.